Hey everybody, me again. And I got something to talk about. And what is that? Simple. I got something that I gotta talk about. And what is that? Well, let's just say, from what I basically noticed on the internet, not just on the internet, but pretty much not on the internet, but from what I've researched, why rich people avoid poor people. And let's just say I'm not talking about poor people as in like people being homeless or being a bum on the street trying to beg for people. I'm not talking about those types of people. Those people, they definitely need help and they just fell on hard times. I understand that that happens, and that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm trying to talk about is why do rich people avoid poor people? Here are the reasons. One, the number one reason why rich people avoid poor people is one. Let's see, what can I think about it? Why do they avoid them? One, terrible spending habits. Terrible spending habits. Why do most poor people have terrible spending habits? Simple. All they care about is chasing trends, chasing the next stuff, kind of like the whole keeping up with the Joneses mentality. That's the reason why poor people have terrible spending habits. Why? Because, well, they just want to keep up with the trends so that way they can look somewhat of high status. And believe me, status does play into a role, but who cares about status? Because status at the end, it's all about the status is basically how people respect you. Because I understand people want to be respected and all that, but you don't earn respect by looking respectable. You earn respect from what's in the heart. And that's why rich people have terrible spending habits. That's why they continue to look poor and they continue to be in debt. That's the reason why rich people avoid them. And a really good reason why we avoid them, why rich people avoid them. The second reason why rich people avoid poor people, number two. Let's see, what do they hate? Number two. Number two. Number two. They consume propaganda. They consume propaganda. Why do they consume propaganda? Well, that depends what kind of propaganda, because the propaganda they basically consume, basically, because they're consumers, basically. They consume, 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 consume. Not once. That's why they're in a situation. That's why they're in the situation again. The keeping up with the Joneses mentality, because you know where that came from. I believe it was a 1950s movie, or was it a 60s movie, the keeping up with the Joneses type of movie, or was it a book? I don't know. But anyways, that's where the whole thing came from. The keeping up with the Joneses mentality. Buy the next one so you can buy more and you'll be accepted and even more. Yeah. Tells, let's just say, which majority of people do. They consume propaganda, what's on social media. And let's just say social media tends to, let's just say, if you basically follow social media, well, everyone has a social media. It's nothing wrong with it. It's just majority of people on social media, whether it be influencers or other people who are trying to influence you in doing like weird, stupid ways or creating a cult. That's what I'm completely against. People trying to create this consumerist mentality, saying I gotta buy the next trend, I gotta buy the next trend, I gotta buy the next trend, I gotta do it, I gotta do it, I gotta do it, I gotta do it, I wanna be accepted, I wanna look good in front of everyone. Ah, yeah, those people, they're not gonna get anywhere in life. They consume propaganda that won't benefit them. Anyways, they consume propaganda that won't benefit them. And you know what's the rich why rich people avoid poor people? Because poor people waste time. Why do they waste time? Why do they waste time? Because they think poor people think they have all the time in the world, and they think nothing's gonna affect them, and they think everything's gonna be a-okay. When clearly your time is short on Earth, and clearly you're not gonna live that long on Earth. That's why majority of people, not just American men, but majority of people, American men and American women, waste in their 20s just partying, getting drunk, and probably banging the next woman or whatever it is in their 20s because they think they're enjoying their life when in reality they're destroying their own life. Majority of them don't learn. Yeah, that's why a lot of rich people avoid broke people, because majority of broke people, they waste their time. And let's just say time is very valuable, and time is something you won't get back. I'm going to repeat that again. Time is valuable. Time is something that you won't get back. Anyways, that's what I have to say, because time is a very valuable asset. Spend it wisely and don't waste time, because your time is more valuable. And I understand people got to have a job and all that stuff. That's why I don't work a traditional job, because you know why? I don't fall with the propaganda. I don't vibe with the propaganda, because you know why? I know how businesses work and I know how systems work. That's why people who don't know, that's why people who are like domicile, who are easily influenced, that's why people go for jobs. But me, I'm trying to create my own business. That's why I don't care what other people say. I don't care what a bunch of poor idiots have to say on social media, or rather be on like message boards or whatever they say. At the end, it really doesn't matter what people say, because it's me. I do me and I do myself. That's why time is a very valuable resource and you'll never get back. And what's number 4, everyone? Number 4. They don't get out much. Could that be the reason why they don't get out much? No. They don't get out much. No, they don't. No, they do get out. Do they get out much? No. They're always they're terminally online. Majority of poor people are terminally online. Why? Because majority of people are just terminally online. They don't go outside, they don't exercise, they eat like fast food, they eat like Cheetos, cheesy poofs, Cheetos, cheese balls, whatever snack they consume. And at the end they just waste away just eating fast food, eating cheesy poofs, and watching their favorite video on YouTube all day and all night long, and stay inside the house when our bodies were designed to go outside and enjoy nature. That's why I advocate for people to go outside more often. That's why people should not be staying home all day and all night long, because it's not good for their physical health and not good for your mental health, because it drives you crazy all day and all night long when you're terminally online. It plays with your mental health. How is that? It plays with your mental health. That's why terminally online people, they're just jealous, and I understand. As I level up, I'm gonna start meeting people who won't basically let me, and I'm aware of that. I'm completely aware of that. People who are terminally online, just hating people who are more successful than them. That's why I'm aware of what people are gonna say and what people are gonna do online. I'm aware of what people say and do online. I'm aware. And let's just say I don't have to listen to them, because what they say, it's like sheep. It has no relevance, and I'm the lion. The sheep can say whatever they want, but as the lion, I'm going to eat you alive. You can say whatever you want. You could even say that you're better than me, but in reality, you're not. I'm bigger than you, and I'm going to eat you, and I have really sharp jaw teeth. I'm going to eat you, crush your skull, and eat you. That's what lions do. They hunt for their food. Because I'm the lion and I hunt, going for my next meal. And that's why everybody, poor people, are just terminally online, because they wish they could be in my position. They wish they could be that successful person's position. Anyways, that's all I have to say. And my final reason why poor people are terminal, why most rich people avoid poor people is, hold up, why they avoid them, because, why do they avoid them? The final reason why they avoid them, what's the final reason they don't, what's the reason why they avoid them? They can't, like, what they can't, why do they avoid them? Why do they avoid poor people? Because no self-awareness. The final reason why most poor people stay poor and why rich people stay rich and why us rich people avoid poor people is because majority of them are not self-aware. Majority of people nowadays are not self-aware enough to know. And now you know why so many people are lolcows, why many of these lolcows end up being on Encyclopedia Dramatica, Kiwi Farms, and plenty of other stalkerish websites, why the majority of these people end up on those sites. Well, because they have no self-awareness, but at least I have an idea what's going on. Because you know why? At least I have an idea what's going on. You have to be self-aware what's going on if you're trying to build up wealth, like what I'm doing, just making YouTube. I'm just a guy just making YouTube videos in hopes to get paid by YouTube, and it is possible to get paid by YouTube. That's why I'm doing YouTube videos. But you got to have self-awareness. Again, the reason why so many lolcows end up not having self-awareness, why they end up not having self-awareness, it's because they tend to obsess, or if not just obsess, but also just hyperfixate on stuff that has nothing of relevance. For example, choo-choo trains and all that stuff, I'm aware of that. If they wanted to become an engineer, they would have went to school and just studied to become an engineer. Excuse me. Anyways, people got to be self-aware, because self-awareness is key, everyone. Self-awareness is key for success. And these are the reasons why rich people avoid poor people. That's why rich people avoid poor people. Don't be one of the following 5, everyone. Don't be one of the following 5. Just don't be one of the 5. That's what I'm saying to you. If you want to become successful like me, don't be one of the 5. Don't be like them. Don't be one of the... Don't be one of the 5. Anyways, that's what I mean, everyone. That's what I mean, everybody. Don't be one of the 5. Don't be one of the 5. Because if you're one of the 5, people won't take you seriously. You'll be disrespected. People won't take you seriously, disrespected, and humiliated. Because people won't understand what's it like to have a legacy. That's why you gotta create this empire. I gotta create my empire. I got an empire to build, everyone. That's what I gotta do, because I got an empire to build. Anyways, if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification, everyone. Anyways, and as always, fight this degenerate propagandist agenda.